Greetings, sirs and madams. I'm Seraphic Zero, and we're playing Gundam Battle Operation 2. So we are doing a match in the Zogok, which I have put into my, usual gold colors. And to say that the Zogok is an odd duck is doing no justice to this mobile suit. It is very bizarre. And despite how fucking ugly this thing is, I hate to admit that I kind of like using it. Although I don't think I'll be doing it that much because, for me, using stuff that's cool to me is like a really huge factor in how I pick mobile suits. But yeah, so the Zogok is a very, very interesting and very useful mobile suit actually. So it's, okay, so I think, is this the level 1? So I think at level 1 it's 350 cost, and you'll see that it actually has a very interesting ranged game. So its main weapons are those boomerangs on its eyebrows, and they are much better than they were in the first game. So in the first game they caused instant knockdown, and they fired slowly at this weird arc, but in this game they pretty much just, you saw me use them, like they fire like machine guns in a completely straight trajectory. They're fantastic. You do have to stand still to use them, but they do cause stun with if you hit with enough of them, and they do really good damage even though you only have 10 shots. But even against a support, I was doing a lot of damage. So if you land all 10 of those boomerangs, you're gonna do like 2,400 damage. It's fucking huge. And in addition to the boomerangs, it also has a Sturmfaust, which it holds in its left hand. And you'll have to be careful with this Sturmfaust because it actually fires at a really low angle. Like it's basically hip fired. So I often accidentally hit like environmental obstacles instead of any of my targets. So you have to be very careful where you're standing. Okay, and you know me, I pretty much like to play as a shooter type mobile suit pilot, so I rarely engage in melee range, but this mobile suit is actually it's supposed to fight in close range, and that's actually its specialty. So its first melee weapon are its fists, and the punches cause instant knockdown. It has like this crazy extendo fist type bullshit. And the moveset is a lot different than I expected. So the neutral is like this little like left-handed uppercut, like right into the stomach. And you have to do the regular side swings, and then the tripping attack is this forward lunging punch. Like a okay, here it is. Fist right through the soul. Ugh, yeah, they got me too. Yeah, so that's Bop using the Jwagu, and he and I are going to be murdering each other a lot during this match, so yeah, thanks Bop. Yeah, so the fists cause instant knockdown, and so because it does that, it's gonna make comboing with this a little unusual, so I sort of recommend that you land a side swing and then a neutral. That's probably the best way to combo with it. That's because you can recover from the neutral much more quickly. And similar to the Gem Striker, this mobile suit actually has 2 melee weapons, and they each get 2 swings. So, yeah, so that's the Heat Sword. That's its second melee weapon. It's, I guess it's sort of similar to a Goof Sword, but it's oh, it looks more like a Shamshir a little bit, and it does have this really bizarre swinging angle on it. It's completely different than like other suits. So yeah, I think the neutral is like a horizontal side swing, kind of like the Goof Custom, and the down swing is this really weird flailing down slash thing. So like it does take a bit of time to execute, but yeah, this mobile suit can actually combo really well. And so you'll see a lot of other players, that are actually good with this mobile suit. They'll be comboing between the 2 melee weapons a lot, but me, I'm just trying to be careful with my positioning. And yeah, eventually we got overwhelmed because it was just me and Heavy over here, and we just got outnumbered. Okay, so where are we going to spawn in? Okay, went back to C, and there's a bunch of enemy mole suits here. Yeah, that's the finer angle in the stern pulse is kind of bad. Okay, here's an empty mole suit right here, and I am getting completely wailed on right now. Yeah, so you'll see that Gem Sniper custom right there is actually a random. And I think the other side, there's a random on there too, but aside from that, everybody is like from the Friday Night crew. So yeah, this is actually a match from yesterday. So okay, we bounced off each other's melees, and he had a tackle. Oh crap, I'm in a lot of trouble. Oh, that was such a waste. Yeah, those Ifrits can do so much damage. Okay, and yeah, Zogoks, they have pretty good survivability because they have fairly good mobility and they can dodge roll, which is very helpful, but one thing you really have to watch out for is they actually have basically like no beam defense. I think they have 1 point in beam defense, so yeah, beam weapons will actually completely tear this thing apart, so definitely watch out for that. Okay, somebody shot me from behind, so I rolled out of the way. Looks like it's the same Zaku from before, actually. Man, who the hell keeps shooting me? Damn. Okay, I couldn't get him before he got back up. Okay, it's ready to Sturmfaust. What the fuck? How did I get that kill? I thought I missed. That's fucking weird. Okay, here's this Goof, and I think the Goof is actually Lord Robert. Okay, managed to land a good hit on him. Yeah, in the previous game, the Zogok was actually an anti-melee type, so that was actually pretty interesting. Okay, it looks like he got countered, and that finished him off, but I'm gonna add in an extra punch, like right into his elbow. Yeah, take that, Lord Robert, sir. Okay, there's the match, and it went fairly well, despite the fact that I had no idea what the fuck I'm doing in this thing, but yeah, there's the Zogok. Looks like our team did fairly well, and our random did fan-fucking-tastic in the Gem Sniper Custom. I think he was using a double beam gun. I actually really like that loadout with that mobile suit. And of course, Heavy did an insane amount of damage in the Blue Destiny 1. But yeah. Yeah, so I did okay. And actually, I like the Zogok a lot, I just wish it weren't so fucking ugly. Okay, so I got a silver box, which is the first drop I've gotten in 2 months. And it looks like I got a melee enhancement level 3, which I didn't have yet. That's really cool. And that's actually a really lucky drop, because I think these things are worth a shitload of tickets, so... Anyway guys, that's it for my thoughts on the Zogok, so hopefully you enjoyed that video, and we'll see you next time.